Hey, everybody. Welcome to another wonderful session of Court of Blades, the phenomenal riff on Blades in the Dark by Navi and Drake, the couple of Drakes, is that right? Who wrote this wonderful play on Blades in the Dark. We've been doing this now for 37 some sessions. This is like
Blimey.
a pretty darn long campaign for what is supposed to be a fairly rapid game. Um, However, tonight we're sort of in downtime, but we've got multiple things to sort of take care of, and I'm interested in how that's going to play out. And I have a little curveball to throw in as well because that's one of the things I enjoy doing. Because my players are so much smarter than I actually am, that it's always fun to watch what they do and learn. Um, so let us go to your apartment. We're in the apartment. There's a box. And we have Sasha, who is dressed up like a cat for tonight. That's actually her furry suit for their conventions. And she is our huntress. And we have Rob, who's playing Mocklin. And she is our knack, so our resident magic user, and the guy that reaches out to the seams between the elements and draws out magic where it leaks in creation. He's also a prince of a drowned civilization. I'll let I'm sitting here saying your stuff for you, Pete. I'll let you introduce yourself. Sorry, I get carried
Yes,
away.
Pietro Bon Vivant.
I love the sound of my own voice. Go figure. Go ahead,
Yep.
Pietro.
Social, yep. Social butterfly and renowned inventor.
Very good.
He is a key in the terminology of the game.
Very, very good. Martin, would you please introduce Monty? Well, your character Monty, not
Not the monkey Monty.
yeah, yeah.
all the other Monties we have. Yes, Monty Fornesi. He's an eye, and doesn't really take with all of the political maneuverings. He wants to make sure that he wants to try and do some good for the people. He's not interested in self promotion and power. He wants to make sure that ideally other people can't be in that position to make sure that no one else abuses that position. He wants to make sure that everyone's treated fairly and change, if you can, do his bit to help change the Esseltari for the better if you can. Doesn't always get a plan, and sometimes he does random things. But yes, unconventional. And he has a cold.
Absolutely. And like a leaf swept along on one of the canals, when the tide comes in and there's a swirl as the confluence of the canals run out into the bay, our team has swirled around and tumbled and gotten wet. Oh wait, okay, so the analogy's gone too far, but you get it. They have been on a wild ride, so it has been with some direction and some goals met and some still out there to be met. Let us go to not their current residence, their former residence, which is a set of apartments, multiple floors up, in a building looking out over the canal, one of the main canals, and there's a sitting room. Off of it are doors to several bedrooms. There's a bit of a uh, wet bar slash kitchenette type facility at the end of their sitting room. Multiple easy chairs, sofas, and things like that in the sitting room, a coffee table, and of course a big strange box.
Yes, Monty's still fuming. Oh, and the coffee table's in pieces.
Ah, that's right. Coffee table is in pieces. Ah. Do you want to tell them why?
Our old friend Cosimo was stuck his nose in after. I mean, to be fair, we did just eliminate his gang. So yes, yes, I think he'd followed us back and was masquerading as some kind of servant or wait housekeeper type person, and yes, Pietro sniffed something was wrong, and everybody the inner defences of the house were triggered, but he'd already set an escape route further up, and Monty ran for the followed him upstairs, ran for the window, and did a terrible roll. And
These things do happen.
he missed him, and he got away again. So yeah, the coffee table was unfortunately took the brunt of the frustration and anger, and no one has really seen that from Monty before. That was a definite. Oh no, this is definitely out of normal character.
That it is. So that's where we catch up with our team. A fuming Monty, and everyone has come back upstairs from where they had chased the noisemaker down the stairs. That's right, you didn't. Is it? Is it? Now, is it? Wait. Just a quick question. Was that a drink that was brought in by the waiter who just was chased out? Ah, you dumped. Yes.
Oh, we couldn't hear
You
you
went.
there.
That's where it went. Very good. So, do you guys want to move into some of your downtime activities so that you have the resources to deal with the box in the room, or is there any conversation you'd like to have?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, because obviously we've got to disarm this thing, the magical trap that's on it, which we either get someone else in to do it, or Mocklin will need to spend some downtime de-stressing before he could do it. So,
Would you like to? Well, yeah. The only problem with going deep into downtime would be the all of the other things you guys would probably like to do. So what we can do, and I don't mind doing, is if you guys let me. So I've just sort of moved over to downtime just for jollies. I think that it might be worth sort of giving you some of the payoff. I think you guys earn 6 influence for downing this hostile gang, putting to rest the main baddie who hurt Hesperides and his family. I think your exposure was minimal, as you sort of helped out the orphans on the roof, and then went quickly into the house across the way and dealt with the problem. So we're going to sort of lay off on worrying too much about shame and entanglements. Instead, if you guys would like to take the later afternoon and do an activity like one apiece prior to dealing with the box, I'm perfectly happy with that. And we can also go through and do your experience triggers if you'd like to do that prior as well, in case that gives you anything that might be helpful. Your guys' call.
Okay, so first off, we got to divvy up the influence. So how much
Yep.
we got? 6, did you say?
6. Yes, sir.
So we've already got 3 in the coterie. Does anyone need? Has anyone got space for extra?
Nope.
Nope.
You've got 2 spaces, so I'd say you have 2. And then we put 1 in the coterie and have 1 each.
That
Yeah.
sounds good.
What happens if you have no space for it? What do you do with it?
If you have no space for it, then what you do is you see there's a status track.
Mm-hmm.
You click a box in there.
Absolutely. This is
Oh.
adding to your final retirement and
So
how you stand.
From influence, you go. There's harm below that, and then there's under that you got healing armor uses and status. Status, yeah, that's the thing. If you accumulate that, then basically, after we get thrown out of the house, you don't end up on Skid Row. Basically,
We've really done much of
Yay.
that track before.
Very good.
until now.
oh, we've never done anything with it, but
It's a good idea to fill up. That's all good.
yeah,
I've been giving it away like, okay.
he has. He's been very generous.
Like I've been giving away experience points. Yes, it does. Let's then really quick run through and go with our characters' experience points, your triggers off of your sheets, and I am personally gonna need to step from the room for just 2 seconds. So if Mocklin, you can go through yours, and you guys listen to what he has to say and help adjudicate. I don't mind.
The record.
Yep. Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, the
3
healing was
points there,
impressive.
no
Mhm,
arguments.
mhm.
Yep.
Yep, agree. No, I don't think you did.
No, I don't know that any of us did in that one, but we'll see.
No.
Three.
I may have on that one, but yeah, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Mm.
No.
Yeah.
There was no struggling. No.
No, you'd never have struggled being gauche.
No.
No, definitely not.
Yeah. Okay.
Who wants to go next?
It's not easy being gauche, as Kermit would say.
Sasha, you want to go next?
Okay. Right. Okay. Let's have a look. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Right. Okay. So you addressed a challenge with pursuit. I think there was a fair amount of pursuit going on there, and/or observation. Don't know about observation, but definitely pursuit was going
Yeah.
on there.
You took on some good shots.
No, you
Hmm.
did. Yeah, I mean, you did. You did from the house on the other side. You did scout out the house that we on the side that we eventually invaded. So
Okay. You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, and background. Uh, hmm. I I think just in literally going after the
You
this
did the
group.
you did lead the what's the word, the sneaking up the stairs and peeking around the corner and trying to spot the gang, see where they were. So that was with the mirror and
Yep.
everything.
Yep. And I think I did express my drives and heritage, my background, my hawkishness, shall we say, in tracking down our targets. So yeah, I'm happy with that one. You struggled from issues with your indulgence or scandals. Nah, I didn't. Definitely not. No, there was no suffering from, because I mean my indulgence is gambling. I don't have any scandals, so I am scandal free. I'm scandal free. I let you pick them all up.
Wonderful,
she's
Martin.
she's a cool cat.
Yes, she is.
She is.
You addressed the challenge with stealth. Well, I went behind those boxes and went under the table,
Yes, you did.
pulling
That was
pulling the tablecloth. And no perception. We went out to scout out the building at the canal level. You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Well, yeah, because you were the paperwork that you got on the table. That was you were basically researching and
Yeah,
not
doing the
researching,
eye.
but you were basically making sure that that was safely captured for
Way.
us for our
Mhm.
information. So yes, you were sourcing more information for us.
Yes. You struggled with
Yeah.
issues from your indulgences or scandals. I'm gonna maybe say potentially yes on that one because he did gamble with what to do with Cosmo in that window. Go for the legs or throw a knife, and it didn't work.
fair enough. And sure.
Yeah. Mhm. It's in Shaggy.
And Pietro, last but not
Yes.
least.
So you addressed a challenge with expertise. Yeah, did a fair bit of tinker rolls, which I think
Oh,
is
yes, you
counts
did.
as expertise, and or calculation. So the calculation was setting up the trap.
Traps.
At the,
Yes, absolutely. Which
almost got.
it gave the one attempt to stop him.
Yep.
Without that, wouldn't have happened.
Yep. You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I have a noble background, and yeah, so looking after the common folk is one of my beliefs.
Absolutely.
Um,
And you
so
guys took care of those orphans, didn't you?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That's right. And you struggled with issues from your indulgences or scandals. Well, I have a luxury indulgence. Did you see what happened to my jacket? I got blood all over it, and that is not coming out.
No, I tried to dab it with the tablecloth, and it didn't really work.
Pietro is devastated. Basically, that was the centerpiece of a whole outfit. The whole outfit is ruined. Ruined.
Ruined. I love it, guys. So spend your points as you will, and let us move quickly into one of your downtime activities so we can get to some folks that are maybe de-stressing. Macklin, are you going to de-stress? Now's when he goes, nope, I'm going to go work on a how. So it's early evening, and you're needing to spend a couple hours prior to dealing with the. Actually, let's do that. Let's say it's towards evening, so this will run into the night, and then you guys can come back and late evening deal with the box. I will say that you find it interesting that well, actually, no, you dance. You can get, find Ruby, and you can dance the night away. Absolutely.
Never.
Oh, look at that. Well done. All right. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Pietro's up.
Yep. So yeah, well, it's got a whole new outfit to get. So he's going to visit
Absolutely.
tailors.
And I think that'll be fun as well for your de-stressing.
Yep.
Anything you'd like to talk about? Did you move Letta Barbolini somewhere, or is she still?
Yes. Yeah. No, we dealt with that last time, I think.
That's right. You guys moved them
Right.
to the house,
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah,
you?
that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Keep safe.
Very, very good.
Did that? Oh no, because it comes up. There we go. Right. 4 points
Okay.
of stress.
Very good.
Okay.
Martin?
Yeah, let's try de-stressing. And he's going to coach Andre on the art of moving and trying to remain undetected.
Love it.
Being a little stealthy.
Excellent, excellent. Where do you guys do that? In the house? Out?
No, more around the theatre district, rather like in the bushes and the trees and the pillars and that kind of moving around, moving through a crowd, that sort of thing.
You guys see the Senora Rose's pleasure barge go by.
Mm-hmm.
All of the paper lanterns on it lit up, and the sound of musicians. You guys move quietly through the district, and I don't know, maybe you guys actually go backstage in a couple of plays just to see how sneaky you can be.
Yeah.
And she finds that fascinating.
Well, Monkey's already turned up in a play. What is?
Wonderful.
I don't think I would teach her the stave dive into the tuba, but.
All right, make your roll. Let's see what happens here. As the stars are just now coming out nicely, just like above your mushrooms.
Yeah. Oh no, it's too much.
A 6?
Yeah, I had 5.
Oh. Mm,
Oh
But
dear.
you can spend influence to cut it down, can't you?
that's true.
Oh,
Okay,
we've got
I'll
bags of
spend-
influence.
I'll spend an influence
To bring
so
it
that's
to what you
to
need.
5. Yeah, that's
Very good. All right. Then that brings us to Sasha.
Okay. I am feeling the need for a bit of downtime. So I am thinking that maybe a little bit of time catching up with Jura, find out how his how it's been going at the standing guard at the body of the Corvetto, and has there been anything unusual? Having a chat to him about that, but basically just spending some quality time with him. Maybe have a nice meal.
Very good.
So yeah,
And he does open up and gets chatty, um, as he probably does once he gets in your presence, and it just starts to glow, and he's happy. He says that it is the hardest part is keeping his troops from being overly bored. They just sort of wish that this whole thing was over. So and the old man and his wife peacefully buried, but sadly, it's a couple more nights before they can have that happen. And I say that in a very vague way, just in case the game moves along rapidly and we can move quickly to it, or we can pause it and stretch it out. So, yeah, keeping the guys from being so bored has been an issue. They've he himself does not have to be there all the time, and therefore is getting to spend some time with you. And he mentioned something in passing about looking forward to wedding planners and stuff like that.
mm-hmm.
You can go ahead and make your roll.
I've got to find it first.
It's all good.
Yay, found it. Oh, no, I haven't. Okay.
And as this roll progresses, I'll tell everybody that's watching. England is playing the Netherlands right as we speak. Ooh, there's a 4.
Oh,
Nice. And so if any of our esteemed players suddenly start cheering loudly, it's not for me as the GM. It's because the Lions are making history somewhere just across the channel. Germany, right? Somewhere in Germany. Okay. So we've... Okay.
Dortmund. Dortmund.
Dortmund.
Yeah, apparently.
Gotcha. All right. You guys have done one round of your activities. Would you like to meet back at your apartment to deal with that, or if this is going fast enough, do you want to kick through your other downtime activity? It's up to you guys.
I think we have a lot to chat about.
The thing is, she's
Okay.
tied up in a box.
Yep, that's
Should
probably
should, and gagged.
gagged.
So we might want to
Magic
get her
attack.
out before she dies. If we're
There
going
is
to do that.
that.
If not, we
Oh,
should
yeah.
just chuck the box in the canal.
If we have to.
Hey, look, if you
You know, I want to get her out of the box because I want to get into the box to have a sleep. I'm getting this strange urge to clamber in the box.
Very well. Let us deal with Moon. I would assume that none of your paramours follow you in for this event. They each have their own things to do.
Yes. No, Jura's off with his sorting out his guys. So yep, he's not
Absolutely.
here.
Okay. It's just you in the room with the box that is closed and magically trapped. And I will sit here waiting to hear what happens. Excited.
Lachlan, it's up to you.
We could address it to Uncle Loto, and then they can get rid of both of them in one go.
How big are the air holes around this thing?
uh,
The air holes. Yes, air holes in the box.
there are some cut through. You think it's just enough to keep a person alive, and just not enough to let them be comfortable at all with a real fresh air.
Is it smelling a bit ripe? Has she been in there a while, do you think, right now?
No, there's not a big stench. No.
Okay.
In fact, there's not a stench.
Well, I think by going off and having lunch and time with our paramours, well, we could have been getting her out. I think we've kind of done that already, haven't we?
Well, to be honest, the only reason I'm considering really getting her out is because she can. Obviously, she's been working with these. Can't remember the name of the organisation.
Oh,
Sevenfold Veil?
the hooded
Sevenfold,
squash
yep.
guys. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. The hooded claw people.
Yeah.
that's the one.
Sevenfold veils, right?
Yeah, sevenfold veils. Basically, I want information where they are, who they are, how we can destroy them.
Mm.
And I think she's probably our best bet for getting that information. So really, after we get that, I don't care what happens to her.
And I can tell when someone's lying to me, so she won't be able to.
Yeah.
She will not be able to. She may be able to not say certain things,
Yeah.
but she won't be able to
So-
directly lie to me.
So
anyway.
I'm a little leery about getting the house knacks involved, simply because it means that Uncle Loto could then get his hands on her,
Oh,
whip her away before we get a chance to talk to her.
what should we be
Hmm.
trying to distract Uncle Loto at the moment?
Hmm.
Keep him out of all of this.
I thought I
Well,
saw
the
him at the
thing is,
theatre
Uncle
earlier.
Loto doesn't know we have her,
Hmm.
as far as I'm aware. A box
And I'd
was
like it to remain
delivered
that way.
to our. Yeah, so this is
The
why
only-
I don't want really the house knacks involved.
The only thing that he may find out is if he is in communication with Cosimo. Cosimo did see the box being
Cosmo saw the
moved.
box, yes.
Yeah.
So if we're going to do something, we should
We
probably
need to do it quickly.
fairly
Mm.
quickly. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Lachlan, only you can do this.
Can you, open a vein or
Save
two?
us, save us once again, Mocklin.
How many pipes do you need?
Sucker. sorry. What was
it?
We just can't get enough of the flaming wings.
There's that.
Entertaining
There
every
is
time
that.
we see it. Yeah.
Okay. So when you look at the box, what three elements do you think you see holding this shut? How would this have been done? Oh, trapping it. You're correct. There's a standard lock on it, I think we had said. Mm-hmm.
You cop in a field, did you say?
I think the microphone was blessedly muted at that point.
That
Yeah,
was
we didn't
nice.
catch that. You said what we don't see is the other hand, and then it just cut
And
out.
it just
completely.
completely, that was wonderful.
Have you got like a sensor filter on your computer or something, cutting out all the objectionable speech?
You're cutting in and out, Rob.
Noise suppression or something?
See, you sound perfect right now. Okay. Okay. Okay, you once again are cutting out. Good. It's all good. It's all good. So, with the burning, okay. Makes sense. So that is roughly what you find. You think that you could probably undo this uh, with a either, you tell me what roll you think you need to unpeel this web of magic.
Oh, you should use. Oh, I thought you were going to go to consort. Make a nice consort roll. You could love it up.
Yeah.
Get all sexy time with that trap.
Okay. Okay. Before you make the roll, as you reach out with the channel of water, you feel that the trap may not have been exactly as you were expecting and starts pulling as rapidly out of you as possible the magic you're channeling, going for getting to your actual inner core as an attempt to strike the knack who would attempt to open this. So go ahead and make your roll, knowing that it is a desperate roll.
It's a trapped trap.
It's a
It's a
trap.
trap.
It's a booby trap. And you're the
So
booby.
now it's suddenly it's a desperate roll, which will give you an experience point. And yay! And things get a little more dicey, so to speak. Yeah, it's standard effect. You'll be able to undo this lock if you make your successful roll. However, you know, fours and things like that may lead to other potential complications.
Monkeys. Yep.
Yep. Yep. Think you're
Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Probably don't have to be told twice.
I am.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You have popped that lock. I think that what I'll do is I'll charge you 2 stress for the spell. And instead of doing anything too crazy for that 5 and extending this out, I'm going to say that for the next session, you're not going to be able to touch the seam of water without nausea, which will basically just cost you an extra die if you want to use water as part of your weave. Fair enough? Thank you. I know Pietro's doing that as well. And so water for the next session will cause you to have that issue. Next engagement. Let's do it that way.
So what will the effect be?
Nausea. So basically,
Nausea.
any extra, anytime he uses that particular element in his magic, he will take a dice penalty.
See, now you've made me try and spell nausea.
He'll feel barfy.
Yeah, yeah. EA. There we go.
Oh, sorry, I'm doing some notes myself since I don't have Pete next to me. But mine says wedding planner Mochlin feeling Barry. Love spell check. Love spell check.
Feeling Barry.
Yeah,
How does
you're
Barry
feeling
feel
Barry.
about this?
Anyway, the only thing standing between you and opening this up is a simple lock at this point. Just a little iron lock.
I think I can deal with that, Tinker.
Right.
Or
Boom.
you can do that. Yeah. Just
You're like, finesse. Nope. Never mind.
there's some nice bits of table around if you want to get a table leg or something to.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Hmm. Nice.
Thank you.
Inside, just because the lid is off, crouched and looking smaller than you've seen her. She's wearing a shift and not her normal opulent robes. Her hair disheveled, her makeup long past its prime, but still defiant around the not magical but simple gag is a very angry looking Moon de Lavelle. Her hands are tied behind her to her ankles, and she does not look comfortable at all. Her eyebrows do raise slightly at the that event, but otherwise she is nonplussed by the activities of her former lover. Her eyes do move amongst the three of you, seeking perhaps a friendly face.
None from me.
Okay. Over to you
But
guys.
I will help her untie her and get her out of the box.
How about you retie her though? Just in a slightly less uncomfortable position. Maybe to a chair.
Well, I think we should maybe you should take her to the facilities first.
Yeah. Do I have to?
Yeah. We'll arrange some food and water for
Okay.
her.
I'll take her into the. I'll take her into the bathroom and throw a bucket of water over her.
So she definitely has not been fed or watered for a while. She rubs at her wrists, where you can tell that they've taken quite the brunt of the hemp rope that was used upon her.
No sympathy whatsoever. She got herself into this situation from meddling, so she deserves everything she got.
You notice that she is almost shorter than you remember. She may come up to just past your shoulder, the top of her head, Sasha.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a very big woman. She's bruised. You see, she's probably been mishandled. She is grateful for the splash of water and then scoops up some herself from the bucket if it's available and attempts to clean herself as best as possible.
I get her some soap and a towel and, get her as clean as we can.
She's very grateful.
A fresh shirt, linen shirt that she can put on to change into some slippers for her feet.
She is extremely grateful. So let me ask, when you're doing that, I'm assuming you're not ever letting her leave your sight, so you're basically calling out of the room and asking for things?
Yeah. Never is she out of my sight. No, I'm getting the maids to get me the bits and pieces that she needs.
Very good.
She's definitely not getting beyond about an arm's length away from me.
She's not incredibly talkative. She's thankful, grateful, Says, I do believe we have met, Madam Sasha,
We have indeed. Yes.
upon a time.
hmm Yep.
And seeing that conversation is going nowhere, she makes herself quite presentable. It doesn't. She's when she comes out to be in the room with the rest of you guys with Sasha around. The shirt she has transformed with a bit of belt into a fairly nice robe. She has managed to take what was left of her makeup and redo it with fingers and water to great effect.
I just
And
have an image of the Joker in my head from Batman.
and her
I'm sure
hair though,
she
yeah,
thinks it looks great.
her hair though unruly is so in such a way that is fetching. She's not an idiot and has used these type of moves many a time. Pietro, you're in the presence of a master. You recognize the skill with which she has taken herself from tied up in a shift with rope in a box to presentable enough to sit on a couch and talk with you without being ashamed.
I just whisper in her ear, just remember, I know you've got no knickers on.
She says, I did not know that you swung that way.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Don't feel too secure.
There you go. um so we're sitting across is anyone sitting on the same side of the room as her? We're sort of in a little horseshoe of chairs around the broken um, coffee table and the box that has been sort of shoved out of the way. Who's sitting next to her and between her and the door? Actually, I assume you would put her on the far side from the door.
She's going to be on the far side from the door. I'm going to put a chair in front of her and sit in that.
Very
So I
good.
can-
And I'm stood behind her. I don't need to sit down.
Oh, I like this. This is definitely much more of an interrogation than a chat at this point.
Monty
Oh,
will
Very
be
yeah.
good.
Monty will be
And
slowly.
Lachlan is still out, I assume. You're back.
Mm.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Ah, okay. So parts of that we missed, Rob. Whatever you were holding, what was that you're holding? Brandy. Very good.
Ah,
But you are shaken. You're against the door with firmly with that shut. Um, there's a chair in front of her with Pietro in it. Standing right behind her, looming, is Sasha. Where is Monty?
Monty's gonna. Ah. Yes. You may not want to watch the other activity. The Monty is slowly picking up the bits of the coffee table. So he's going to have
Ah.
something in his hand, like table leg and bits of at
Mhm.
various times. Not particular, not threatening in a particular way, but
Observing for falsehoods and
Yeah,
staying
crap.
yeah,
staying armed.
he's not exactly a violent person. So he's not like like threatening, like holding it in a threatening way. He's just moving stuff about. Well, but keeping a keen eye on exactly what she's saying and what she's doing. But
Is the
given this,
brandy for the score, by the way?
yeah,
She tucks her feet up. She tucks her feet up under her, so her feet are not on the floor, where she is sort of curled into the chair, and she says, "A a brandy or even a water would be most welcome."
There's some water and some biscuits for her if she wants to partake on
Thank
on the
you.
side
Just
for
just
her.
just water. I assume we're talking.
Hmm.
She
still got
takes
enough
the
money left.
glass, thankfully, takes a sip, looking across at all of you.
Yes, one has to observe the courtesies.
Very kind.
Does one? Okay.
She looks up over her shoulder. Huh.
Well, as far as anybody knows, Miss Madam Moon, you are unaccounted for.
I suppose you got them. Those that were holding me.
They didn't really. They were supposed to. We were a little surprised. They were supposed to be. Their reputations were the ones that we had heard. The ones that we'd heard of seemed to be of, quite capable fighters, and we took them down quite simply, really.
She
I
she
don't
looks
think
at you. Good.
so. As I say, I don't think much of your position at the moment. You seem to be very much in demand and for all the wrong reasons.
Ah. Well, you obviously are much the finer troop than those that were holding me. Your reputations precede you as effective. And Monty, you can tell that she's attempting to do a little buttery. You can feel the flow of her words as she's working towards possibly something that would be a falsehood that's on the way, but it's not there yet. You just feel it.
What value do you have now?
None.
You've not
She
you've not endeared yourself to us in any way. I think most of us would not be bothered if you disappeared permanently. So you need to have something of
Or we could turn you
compelling.
into numerous different organisations in this
Mm.
city for favours.
what is a girl to do?
Indeed.
She's sort of
So tell us why why we wouldn't do that.
ah. Well, once again, your reputation precedes you as being not the type that pushes people from roofs or
Mm,
pulls fingernails. You're the type that gives a lady a glass of water when she needs it.
Well, the water cost us nothing. However, letting you go free, that's a very different matter.
And you've done a fair amount of harm to this city and this area and the people around it. We would, in some ways, we'd be best serving the city by getting rid of you.
I mean, your former house, for example, I'm sure that they would be very upset at the idea that you're running around free with their secrets in your head. They might pay a handsome price for it, attached to your body or otherwise.
Yes, I have been seeking a new source of succor. Um, I was hoping that she glances towards Mocklin at the door. My dear friend had received a letter.
Oh yes, we all had a good laugh at the letter.
Ha ha. I see.
We
That
thought that
is
was most amusing. After all you've done, really, I think you overestimate your charms.
you can see for a second a slight flash in the eyes. She goes, but the anger, if it was there, was exceedingly brief. And she goes back to a much more um, self-effacing demeanor, and she says, I do instead, I guess, throw myself upon the mercy of you and your troop.
You have a point
I
in any
wouldn't
of this.
do that if I were you. We
Ah,
very much believe in justice, and given the things that you have done, throwing yourself on our mercy would likely lead to a quick sentence. Your only value now is transactional information for your life. And believe me when I say this is your last chance.
she
Can I
glances
try
across the room.
try a sway
Yeah,
roll?
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's do
Yeah.
this.
Let's just give
Um,
this a go.
Now, before you do it, I will say that she is in a really bad situation. However, she's a toughie. I would say that we're going to at least take a die away just because of her basic ability to deal with sway and having been in this situation many times. But go ahead.
Okay.
It's not risky.
So
You're in control.
so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to convey upon her the seriousness of the situation.
Very
Basically,
good.
I want her to feel like her back is against the wall and she needs to do what we ask.
Then what I will do is I'm not going to make this risky, but what I will tell you is if you fail, she will instead think that she's got wiggle room and that she may have room for negotiation instead of, and it will
Oh,
basically just cost you time instead of,
I think
unless
we have
someone
a
comes down
penalty.
hard across. I'm sorry.
I think there might be a penalty.
Mm.
I think
Oh,
the
I
ref has
bet.
just given a penalty for a foul on Harry Kane.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, hang on.
He's
Hang
just
on.
made the
Oh,
little
yeah.
boxy move and the dot in the centre, and he's handed out a yellow
He's just
card.
running over. Yeah, my screen is just running over. Oh, he didn't get the ball there.
Mm.
He
Sorry,
did not get
sorry.
the ball. Oh, that is
Are we still scoreless?
No, Netherlands are 1-0 up.
1-0. Yeah.
Oh, you're
They
kidding.
scored really early.
All right.
Penalty.
Is it a penalty shot? Is it close enough? Very good.
Right. It's never.
Oh, yellow card.
Very good. Okay. So the sandwiches.
You want to poison her. Oh, I haven't seen that.
Congratulations, England.
No, I
did
don't
you
know.
know?
No, because she's gave her a drink.
Yeah.
So tied up, huh?
Oh, keeper nearly got to it.
Very, very good.
Keeper
Good
went
job.
right up.
Good job, England, keeping the game going.
Whoa.
Excellent. Nope.
No.
Decision was not made to go ahead and do that, so she's been a little more comfortable.
Hmm.
Yeah, because you've been out running.
Yeah. Mm.
Monty
Pietro.
grabs one and puts some oil on it and sets fire to it again, like he did in the other one. I goes, yeah. This is a new experimental device we've been working on. It took out the gang very easily, so you be careful. Then puts it down.
Ah,
They're
you have
expert.
a
Pietro's going to
expert-
take a couple of stress.
Very
to
good.
Counteract that -1
okay.
dice.
Experts at guns and swords and knack
There's the
There it
everything.
is.
six. There's the six.
That's what we
All right.
wanted.
She her back gets a little more stiff at that, and she looks to Mocklin, who has stepped away from his attempted poisoning, which may well still happen, and seeing no immediate sympathy there, says, "What is it that presses so upon your mind?" And she reaches for a sandwich.
So, tell us about the sevenfold veils.
Mm. Useful
Your
fools.
connection to them. Your connection, and Cosimo's connection to them.
Our friend Cosimo. She brings the sandwich up towards her lips.
You might
Obviously-
not want to eat that.
Oh,
It was Cosimo who delivered the food.
ah,
Blunt force idiot that he is.
how gauche of you, my dear, she says, looking over at Mocklin. She sets the sandwich down and brushes her fingers off with the napkin on the tray.
Of course, I mean, it could be perfectly fine. It could be that Cosimo has decided to renounce his ways and take up the delivery job of a poor sandwich seller.
She chuckles and says, "That's interesting. Well, let me
Actually, thinking about it, there's another person who would be very interested in your whereabouts. Anyway, just a possibility.
I'm afraid that relationship was a tad transactional as well. I understand that I have no leg to stand on, but I do hope that divulge may be taken as a token of loyalty, friendship. Did I seek a word?
I don't think you know the meaning of those words.
I think
Ah.
I think you could say you purchased yourself time.
Hmm.
I think I am happy to purchase some time.
And what will you spend next?
Sometimes it is the most precious thing.
Yes, yes, it is. I came upon some books that seem to tell of a means to awaken the last of the deathless. Haha, silliness. We all
Came
know
up-
that's yes.
Came upon books. Did you instruct? Did you retrieve? Did you come across these books? Retrieve these books yourself, or did you instruct someone to retrieve them on your behalf? And he looks straight at her.
Okay. She says she does. You don't think that she knows what you're doing, but she doesn't seem to try to evade. And she says, "It was in the fall of House Bjorn that there came some opportunity to deal with their library. I'm always interested in books. Prior to the estate sale, our house may or may not have slipped some people in to remove the most choice items. And so across my desk, and I don't know what's popping up because I've got other things here. That's interesting. So says reading these, I thought it was simply a concoction of tales from the old times, some history, and then this ritual. There happen to be people in this town who believe that sort of thing and have been actively moving towards that for many years. It was a simple thing to feed them this harmless ritual to gain insight into their activities and learn the names of many who were in other houses who would be, let's say, ashamed to be revealed as part of that organization.
Was she lying about how she got the books?
No,
No. Okay. So it was not the library that with Mucklin's.
it was
Okay.
not. It was not that book. No,
Not
that
that
was
book,
the book of
okay.
blood magic. Yeah,
Yes. He was just
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
That's who he was getting that thing. Was he responsible for Owen? Was she responsible for Owen's?
Owens. Yeah,
Yeah.
good call. Yeah, nope.
But he does say it's you are not helping yourself when you say harmless ritual. Sacrificing children is not harmless. If you cannot say that. That is not that says a lot about your character, and you have none.
Let us be clear. The wording of the ritual does not say take children and kill them. It simply says an amount of blood that must be spilled. The interpretation thereof by those attempting to do this as and their source is.
But I don't think you cared.
There either way. Let's not beat around the bush here. We're both intelligent people. You understood exactly where the easiest source of blood was going to come from.
Yeah. I may undervalue certain classes of people compared to your troop.
Well,
that I
no
can
surprises
say
here.
is true.
Anyway, who is the who's the leader of this group that you contacted?
The most august dean of the School of Knackery. And for some reason,
If he's not careful, there will be nothing left of him to be
it's
dean. Oh,
this name I hope will help my case. Gino Fontana.
And I think that's the name we've had before, isn't it? Isn't it?
Oh, what's the dean?
Michelle something? Or Danielle?
She's lying.
That name does not help your
So,
case.
so before we started this interrogation, we organised just a little hand signal that
That's fine.
Monty could use to sort of
Monty twirls a table leg.
yeah.
Sasha picks up a table leg and bops Moon on the back of the head. Don't tell lies.
What? She looks a little bit surprised and then just fine. A girl is not allowed to have her secrets.
Nope.
No.
No.
And she
It's not when you sit in that chair at this time.
No.
and she gives you Dino's name.
So what was the name again? Gino. No.
Nope. Daniela. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Dan-
I mean, we kind
Daniela.
of suspected that anyway, didn't we?
Yep. You want to put that in the chat for everyone, and then we will go with
Yeah.
that piece. She says,
And where
his
do they
interest.
regularly meet? This group. Thank you very much.
The School of Knackery itself has a library, and it has a room of rare books only accessible to those with the key, such as the dean and some of the teachers, and there they meet. Usually once a fortnight, but has been more often recently. She's sort of scanning you all as she's talking. I think she's trying to figure out who's the one that's figuring out when she's lying. But she hasn't figured that out yet.
Pietro leans forward and taps on the table.
The broken table?
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah.
Where the table was. Yeah, no. Okay.
You know,
What did you want? What were you wanting to get out of this once this thing has been released into the world? When
I don't believe anything will be released into the world. It's a bunch of fools.
oh my.
we've encountered
dear.
a 12-foot creature who turned a mercy to dust in front of you. That is not
That-
nothing.
Is very
You know
When I say
full
I-
well
yeah.
that
So I-
Argos is real.
Let
We've
me
seen him
let me
twice now.
do a quick revision of the fiction. Just her saying not that she does not believe that. She says, I did not believe that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, just that was my slip of the tongue. She
What did
says
you,
yes.
and what did you think of it when you realised there was truth to this?
It was a bit too late.
Yes.
Do you know
Seems
what
to
your
be a habit
problem
with
is,
you.
Moon? Your problem, Moon, is you overreach. You were very good at manipulating situations. You had no reason to dabble in the arcane and what the magics that are surrounding the astral. You had no reason to pry in there. Whatever happens, this lays at your feet. You're part of the problem, Moon.
Does
So,
that
moving on.
feel so much better to get off your chest, Marco?
I throw my brandy
Yes.
straight in her face.
Oh. Ah. I see.
Waste
The
of good
Goshness
brandy.
says, gone straight to your head. Very well. Is Granddad here? He always loved to watch us.
No, Grandad's actually fucking your mother.
Anyway, the Goshness does. She is taken aback, and instead looks to Pietro, hoping that the conversation is slightly turned.
All right, so putting aside the sevenfold veils for now, Cosimo.
Yes.
Where did you first meet Cosimo?
I sent a missive. I sent a missive across the sea to those who are known for their abilities. He was sent at great expense. Has not turned out to be the best investment.
He does seem to have gone rogue. He seems to be in it for himself these days.
That is an accurate assessment.
So, given that we have taken care of his little gang, his little coterie of bravos,
Mm-hmm.
where might he be hiding out? You aware of any of his lairs?
He has several bolt holes. I assume at this very minute he is scrubbing them all clean of any traces. However, if you're fast, he has a pallet and bags and some money beneath the stage back at, what was the name of that wonderful wonderful, there we go, come here, I didn't write the name, the Pearl Theater.
That's what that was. I was looking
Yeah.
around the theatre earlier. We found this bag of stuff.
And he also has been known to move from brothel to brothel, purchasing full nights. And I have my suspicions that he has a way into House Lavelle. and is sometimes there, even though he is no longer in their employ.
Does he have anything that interests him, other than, as you say, he seems to operate on a very transactional basis? Does he have anything that he actually cares about? Anything that he is he interested in? I mean, other than power.
I thought for a while he might value companionship, but that appears to have been a ruse at best. He enjoys suffering. He enjoys pain. And if he can't be causing it, he imposes it upon himself. I have seen him sit in a chair, twiddling a dagger and carving runes into his forearms.
This is not a sane man. This is...
He was made as he is.
Yeah. More of a tool
He
than
is,
a person.
he's a tool without a hand to guide at this point.
He will be retired from...
He does like revenge.
Yes. Yes. Yes, we're aware of that.
Come to think of it, that may be the only thing left for him.
Well, we're happy to give him some revenge, just he might not like the outcome.
I make a signal to Sasha when Moon mentions about Cosimo sometimes staying in the brothels and paying for a full night. Because we know that the Signora of Roses controls all the brothels, and if he's found, he's a dead man, so the brothels are out of the way. So we know that that could be a lie as well. So I'll do a little signal when she says that.
Yeah, good.
Okay, so then Sasha can, and I kind of try and do it as discreetly as possible, but so that Moon actually sees that it's me that's indicating.
Okay. I see what you're doing. So she does. She looks at that and her eyes squint ever so slightly. Pietro, who is watching like not like a hawk, like the hawk that is standing right behind her, but like a hawk proverbially, as every single movement he is tracking, and so is Monty. However, we're going to pause there for a quick restroom break and to recharge our classes. And when we come back, we're going to be in a slightly different situation. And I cannot wait to spring this upon you.
Well, all right. We're all in bondage gear and she's got the whip.
Okay, see you in a second.
Yep.
Hey, we're back on after a quick break. We found out that there may have been some technical glitches with our early part of the recording. So what we'd like to do is spend just a couple of minutes to catch you up in case you missed all of the brilliant role-playing that was ongoing. And if you did, just go back and watch our faces as we were dealing with the issues. First off, there's a little bit of a downtime so we could undo some stress. Won't go into that too much. There was a couple little hints and things that were in there, but that's okay. And we opened the box with Moon. She was treated very civilly until the questioning started. Some of her answers were anger-inducing. She may have gotten some pork thrown on her, and she may have gotten hit with a table leg at one point. But otherwise, she did provide some information. Pietro, do you want to run down what you've learned?
Yes, so we had. Bring up my list here. Yeah, so she told us that when House Bjorn fell and they had a sale of their assets, she acquired some books from their library, and these related to the summoning of the last of the Deathless. There's a ritual, and she contacted the Sevenfold Veils to basically so she could find out who was involved, so she could probably blackmail them later. But she gave them the ritual. She tried to lie to us about who their leader was, but of course Monty can spot those things a mile away. But she also told us that they meet in the Dean's library at the School of Knackery. As for Cosimo, she hired him by sending a letter across the sea and paid a lot of money to hire a man of his skills.
Yes.
She says he has some bolt holes in the city, but he's probably busy cleaning them out
Dismantling.
at the moment. That she had apparently he's got a pallet and with bags and some money beneath the stage of the Pearl Theatre. He's also in the habit of moving from brothel to brothel, purchasing full nights as effectively a way of getting a room for the night. And she also thinks he still has a contact at House Lavelle.
Very good. That gives us a lot of information, and the questioning continues, and we will come back to it. But instead, we're going to flash slightly ahead to early the next morning. Not early the next morning, we'll say mid-morning, sort of a pre-brunchish time. And what I'd like each of you to do is to look at the character sheets available to you and open up the one with the name of your paramour. And give me a thumbs up, except for Sasha, when you're available. Got it? Got it? Okay, I'll assume that Sasha is as fast as all of you. And then I'm going to move across to a different screen. And you are now going to role play your other half. So work your brain around these other people, the strange people, the interesting people that are your paramours. Now, the one person at the table who does not have someone to play her is Isabella Labella, who is looking sharply around the room at the rest of you. And she says, I assume you all received the same missive from our better halves, so to speak. The invitation to meet with the wedding planner. I thought that Lorenzo was still sort of caught up with my prior mistress, the Signora. I'm a little surprised to be invited to this. May I ask your names? She looks across at the handsome young man and offers her hand. And you're on mute. You're a cat on mute. There we go.
There we go. Sorry.
She offers her hand.
He takes the hand and it is nice to meet you. I am Captain Jorah Courtwell.
Very,
Yes.
very nice to meet you.
I am not too sure why I was brought here. My Lady Sasha and I are not planning a wedding as far as I'm aware.
That's very interesting. Do you think this is a roundabout proposal?
I think my lady does not play silly games like that. She would ask me outright if her intent was to seek some kind of marriage together.
I
So
see.
no, I think this is more intriguing, but yes, I am a bit suspicious of why we are here
I see
and
your
why we are here together.
see your uniform. You're not a guard. You're military.
I am a captain in the academy.
Mm. I may have seen you before. Perhaps during the. Were you involved in the race of antlers?
I was indeed, yes, I was there.
Surprisingly taciturn for the Captain Jorah that I may have heard about from Lorenzo. Very good.
How so?
Lorenzo says that you talk a lot. Talk a lot to Sasha.
To my lady, I talk a great deal. Yes, you are right. I have a great deal of interest in that. But other than that, I prefer to observe what is going on.
And she sort of leans back and will quit playing foil to try and get you guys to role play these people, and will instead let you introduce to each other and talk to each other for a minute as you wait in this opulent lounge where you have had a invitation to this. The building itself is sort of off in the theater district. It's back a couple of blocks away from the main canals, but it's an old home of a very wealthy family who has gone out of fashion and moved away from the town, and has become a showcase you may have heard of. Well, actually, Pietro may have heard of for some of their designs for wedding gowns and things like that. Actually, Leto would have probably heard of this house.
Ruby's going to get up and basically get everybody's drinks and serves them out.
Okay, there is a sideboard with drinks, and there is a liveried servant in the room who's a bit surprised as you start to do so, and jumps to and helps you.
And then she says, "Ladies, I'm Ruby. Yeah, I'm surprised that we're here as well."
And I am. Sorry, I am just a simple couturier, Meta Barbolini.
Of the Barbellinis?
Yes, we have some renown in the clothing trade.
Oh,
Yes,
more than
I
renown.
have heard of some of your renown.
Oh my god!
You have little figurines and things that you decorate, I believe.
Oh yes. Oh, I love doing that.
My
I seem to remember something about a pig and a dress.
Oh, not my finest work, no. No, I much prefer. I mean, that was a commission, but I much prefer to do my own thing. You know,
I'm wearing one of yours now,
it's a
actually.
hobby. It's a hobby.
Ooh,
Keeps me
you're
entertained.
wearing Andrea, what was that you said?
And Andrea says, "Oh, I'm wearing one of your dresses now that Monty gifted to me." And you could have sworn that she wasn't. The voice is coming from somewhere that you could have sworn she wasn't a few minutes ago, and she's still kind of practicing the. She's still kind of practicing the skulking in this environment just to try and get into the try and improve the maneuvering. So yes, it's a beautiful dress. I mean, fantastic
Yes.
work.
Yes, my darling Pietro, he has been tireless in making sure that we have plenty of work,
Ah.
and my father does great work.
Does nobody else find this slightly suspicious that we are all invited here?
I find it very
Like this?
suspicious that you and I, Captain Jora, are the only ones in trousers.
Mm, that I do not find suspicious, I have to say.
Hmm.
You look very good in your trousers, and they are, as you will know, extremely handy for moving around fast.
Oh yes, lots of pockets
Hmm.
for concealing lots of things.
Indeed. Very handy.
Did Andrea and Monty actually get married yet? I can't remember if that's actually happened.
No,
No,
they're having to
No.
wait because of the mourning period.
Okay, yes, that's fine. I wanted to make sure that. Yes, I mean,
Yes.
Andrea's like, well, yes. I mean, I'm not a little surprised, but as I say, I'm taking the opportunities. Monty and I are hopefully going to be wed shortly, so it'd be good to see all the options and.
Oh.
Door
Oh,
open. Go
you're
ahead.
Monty's. Oh. My
He seems to have a thing for sandwiches at the moment.
my dear, I'm so sorry. I didn't put the face and the name to Monty.
Andrea, by the way, I don't know if I'd actually introduced myself.
No, well, he's very pleased to meet you, Andrea.
Curtsies a little bit.
Condolences on your brother.
Thank you.
Of course, I now remember. I do recognise all of you. You were all there that night, weren't you? And she scans round the faces. I wonder why
All of you-
we're all here.
Hmm.
This is a very good question, and I have to admit it has been crossing my mind for several minutes. Jorah's
Door
over by the
open.
window. He's looking out, and
You're up the third floor. The street outside is fairly narrow, as other buildings have grown up around this one.
what's
So,
happening outside? Is general people just moving around naturally? Are there people outside?
I think Captain Jorah would be able to discern if there was any major disruption, and there is not. The door opens at the far end of the room. Two servants enter. They're pushing trays, and they set out what would be a high tea in a certain country that we all live in right now, where there are small sandwiches and sweets in tiered display. There are various drinks that are offered, whether it's the coffees or teas that you know of, or whether it is something slightly stronger. These are all set out in front of you.
Anthony.
Yes.
So, a couple of questions. First is, what was Letta told about coming here? What was
She
her
received
invitation?
a surprising invitation to go to this particular house, which she's heard of, and the letter said, your fondest wishes you may have. And it was signed by Pietro.
Now, she obviously knows Pietro's writing. Was it signed by him?
As far as she can tell, unless you want to make a roll of some sort.
She is. The thing is, the reason is she's suspicious because obviously she's been caught out before.
Yes, she
Pietro
has.
did warn her about
I
notes
think so.
purporting to come from him. So she is naturally suspicious at the moment. How about well,
This is a little retrospect, and that
Yeah.
this will give you more of a hint of warning if she
Yeah.
makes this.
okay, so she's going to make a tinker roll. What position?
I think this position's is controlled. It'll be, I'd say, limited effect. She's not really good at this, maybe, or as used to it. But you can always spend some stress and look at that. Okay, who cares? I think
Yeah.
that it looks very much like Pietro's, but Pietro told her that it would look very much like Pietro's.
Hmm.
And as much as she wants this to be real, she's, I would say, on guard. Is that fair? Or would you like more?
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay. I think that there is a natural suspicion amongst all of you because of what you've been told that seems to be purveying. You're not just sitting here happily going about your business. Go ahead.
I think as well, Jorah is kind of highly confused as well because he knows that Sasha knows he's in the middle of sorting out the affairs of the Corvetto family. So
Yeah.
to pull him away to something like this.
Pietro's obviously told Letta that she might be in danger and she has to move out. So, yeah, I think so. Letta says, ladies and gentlemen, I am very worried about our situation. I think I would like to leave if you don't mind.
I do
And
not
as-
mind
and
that
as
at all.
tasty as those delicacies look on that tray over there, I don't think I will be partaking.
I think your instincts are very good.
Letta gets up, gives a little curtsy to the assembly, and moves towards the door.
The door opens.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
Jorah will be beside her.
in walks a man. He does not have a sword over his shoulder. But he says, "Come now. You can't be leaving." And you see two.
I'm afraid, sir, that I have a pressing engagement.
Indeed, I think my duties call me back to service.
Do they?
They do indeed.
May I
Please
at least show
excuse-
you what your paramours have asked me to show you?
I think my paramour would not ask somebody else to show me anything. I think she would show me for herself.
Who are you, sir?
Well, just a second. He claps his hand. Two men with drawn pistols walk into the room. The pistols are pointed up at the ceiling, and they shut the doors behind them.
As soon
He
as
does
the guys made some move into two men made even
Yes.
entrance to the door, Jorah
You're
would
gonna
be
move?
darting to the door, smashing it shut in their faces. Basically, he would not be
Okay.
letting them into
When
the
you
room.
see them coming, okay, and you disturb him as he is about to say, my friends. And he sees you coming in his direction. He goes, ah. Please, I am your paramour's friend, Cosimo Rossi.
Okay. So,
Now.
yeah. So, Mocklin tells Ruby nearly everything. Okay.
Yeah.
As soon as he says Cosimo, she's twigged. She thought it was strange that she would receive a missive from Mocklin when Mocklin actually just teleports straight into her head and tells her what he wants her to do, or asks if she can be ready by a certain time so that she can get ready to go out. So receiving the letter was formal, does happen.
Yep.
Most unlike Mocklin. So as soon as he says Cosimo, the hackles raise on the back of her neck. She has a quick scan round the room and goes, Letter, Andrea, Isabella. Okay, Captain Jora. He's the only one who looks like that he's going to be ready for a fight.
He is armed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's armed, all right.
Oh, so am I. You just can't see it. I'm a street urchin. I don't go anywhere without them. Apart from work.
Letter raises her hands to her face and says, oh no, and backs away towards the window, which I'm assuming, because it's a fine sunny day, is open.
It is open. Yes.
Okay. As she backs away to the window, she reaches to her waist and detaches discreetly a piece of ribbon, which she whips around the window casement and falls backwards out the window.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
And it unwinds as she comes down, basically just unwinds as she falls gently to the street below.
Let's see it. Let's see the roll for that.
Ruby just mutters under her breath, these tinkers always stick together.
And we'll get back to Jorah's maneuver shortly.
Okay, position?
This is risky. Things could go very wrong. But it'll be, we'll give you a standard effect. I think that she knows her knackery.
Just get an extra die.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah.
Well, got 5.
There's the 5. Okay. I didn't see that at first. I was just seeing. Oh, wow. Okay. She catches that, swings out. She is successfully to the ground. The 5 is simply that it seems like there are a couple of guards hanging out nonchalantly near the building, and when they see her, they perk up and light out after.
Okay, so when you say guards, are these city guards or...
No. These are a private guard of some sort. They're not wearing a... they're wearing sort of a similar look, so that they've got a uniform-ish, but not enough one that you would say this is a house guard or a recognized guard. It's more like a hired help.
Okay. Well, she's going to run straight towards the nearest thoroughfare. Basically, she's going to head into the crowd as far as she can, and she's going to scream, "Help! Help!"
Can we pause it there a second as well, though? Because I do
Yes.
believe Mocklin has set up a bodyguard for his beloved.
Oh, I
do
want to hear about
believe.
Granddad.
Oh no, it's not just Grandad.
No, it's
Oh.
not
He
Grandad.
actually has paid. He's paid Hesperides to have somebody
Oh, that is absolutely correct.
to put a guard in,
that
place.
In that case, I would say that immediately Letta runs into this person, and you can immediately get the guard started your direction. Does that sound roughly fair?
Okay.
I'm cheating you a
I'm
little
okay
bit
with that.
because
I
he
mean,
might have been closer to
how
that.
close? I would have thought the guard would have been closer.
The
in the building.
bodyguard would have been in the room
Okay.
with her.
In the room? Okay.
Yeah.
So in that
Possibly
case,
by the
then
window
the bodyguard.
that's open.
But we did have the foxes following Andrea though, so they would be probably in the vicinity.
I was going
They're
to say
probably in the
Monty had
vicinity.
set some bits and pieces up as well. So,
You guys have done
yeah.
a lot to help protect them. Well, your coterie is protecting your current people you're paying.
I mean, does
you're
Andrea
playing.
recognize? Does Andrea recognize Cosmo? Was he in? Because I mean, she must have encountered him during her time.
Oh, that
Yes.
Was he in
nice.
disguise?
Absolutely.
They're plain rotten. Sorry.
Somebody, please throw a cake at him. A good.
And
rock
yes,
bottom.
that's exactly what she's gonna do. She's gonna throw cake at him.
Ooh,
Yep.
is she
So
gonna light it?
there is
Really?
an,
Is she going to set it on fire? I mean,
No,
there's
she's not quite grasped that part of it yet. She's still on the.
there's definitely a history there of.
so
throwing
we will
food.
say that you have an extra guard in the room who is rushing with Jorah towards the door, and he will be engaging the guards with their pistols. And we also have Lita, who has run right into the foxes who are lounging around trying to see what was going on. And they go into a fierce but short fight with the two guards, the guards, seeing that there's actually resistance, run away.
Our letter immediately tells them, quick, go, help, and guides them back to the building.
Very good. Okay, let me jump to internal to the room, where you have the two guards and this Kosovo guy who had so many things he was going to carefully pontificate, but has lost the opportunity because of the initiative of our brave paramours.
And an eclair to the face.
Absolutely. So where does Jorah head?
Well, Jorah's basically heading to the
Jorah's
door
at the
to
door.
jam it shut in the faces of these two.
Of the ones coming in?
Yeah.
So
No, we don't
between you
need
and
any more in the room at the moment. But yeah.
between you and the door is Kosovo.
Oh, he'll attempt a nice kick punch the way he's had Sasha land on him so many times in the past.
Very good.
So yeah, and continue to roll on towards the door. But yeah,
Absolutely.
take his legs out from under him.
Let's do it. Let's give it a shot.
Let's see if he can.
Are you aiming at his defense?
Aiming at his crotch.
Are you distracting at him? Are you distracting him?
Ooh. I would probably be. I think. Ooh. I think this is going to be a distracting him.
Okay. Very good. So you can get by and
I can get by and get to that
move
door
up
and
his
get jammed
distract
shut.
clock. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's do it. This is desperate, and it will have. I'll give you standard effect though.
Kikoki?
I
Desperate.
like the picture of Cosmo with the wedding planner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So standard effect. Kikoki. I'm
Yes, I
gonna
had that.
add.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna add his lucky charm because he's got a lucky charm on him. He has.
Very good.
He's adding a dice for his lucky charm. He's calling on Sasha's training
Very good.
to
Let's see it.
see what he can do. Oh God.
Yeah.
Crappy
That
dice.
ain't
It
so
was
good.
your lucky charm.
That-
It let you down.
ain't
Yeah.
so good.
Nope.
Well, that's
He
two.
doesn't
I
pull the
think
lever off the way
Or
that
is
Sasha
it
does.
one pipe each?
Yeah, not so much. So you're not going to get to the door prior to those guys coming in, but they shut the door for you. And Jorah takes a rap to the head with the pommel of the wedding planner's rapier, which has magically come into his hand at lightning speed. You're going to take a simple a level 1 harm. Let's see, what does that call it? What should we call it? I think we should call it
Bruise to the noggin.
bruise to the noggin. Sounds absolutely good. Thank you very much. And you'll lose a die on your next attempt as you're slightly dazed. Okay. So those two guys come in, and one of them shoots at the other guard, and I'm just simply have one of you roll a luck die. Whoever feels lucky. Sasha?
I'm not in the room.
Not me.
Okay. Sadly, the shot strikes the guard, and he spins around. He's not completely off his feet. He's not out of the fight yet, but he has taken a serious wound.
Which guard's that?
The guard that was provided to you, Ruby.
Okay.
So let me work to the other people in the room. Let me move to Andrea.
Andrea's gone from being kind of like happy and comfortable and well, slightly on edge when she was in the room earlier because she wasn't exactly sure what was going on, and she's now visibly angry, and she's had dealings with this guy. She knows exactly who he is and what he's done, and she is like, I am not doing this again. So she stands up, she goes to the tray of cakes. She picks them up and she starts throwing them at him one at a time, and she says, "You have no power over me, you disgraceful excuse for a human being. If I happen to die here, you know that you will will also lose as well. You will get
just-
nothing out of this."
Just ask, because of course Andrea was
Think.
working within the household, wasn't she?
Mm.
The Lavelle household with Cosimo, so she would know him. As soon as he walked through the door, she'd know him.
Unless he was in disguise at certain points, but yeah, she knows. I think she probably did. I think Anthony said she did recognize him. So
That
yes,
the fine moustache and beard he has.
yeah. But she's
On the
flinging.
hunchback.
Yes, but she's flinging cakes at him, trying to taunt, trying to push the taunt anger scare, trying to make him lose his composure a bit.
Does she not have a magical protection thing that Monty sorted out for her from
I
Mothman?
think that was more against knack type things. I can't remember what it was. It gave her a tingling sensation in the fingers when she's in danger, but she knows she's in danger. So I don't know if that's gonna help. She does have the dagger. I think you gave her though.
Aha. Good.
Yeah, at the moment she's just flinging pastry and cake at him, trying and reduce his
Distract.
composure. Yes,
Absolutely.
no, taunt and anger. Go for
Taunt and anger. Okay, very good. Let's do it. Make that roll.
And I'm going to use. Can I use anything to add to this? I think she will. She's gonna use the luck. No, she's gonna use the luck charm, and she's gonna take 2 stress because this is stressing her out. She knows who she is, and she does not want to go back to being.
Oh yeah. And I
Going through
think
that again.
that even in disguise and whatever, you recognize this was one of those at the farm
Yeah.
as you were doing all the work that was particularly cruel.
Even if it was just to say, "Oh, I spilled all the water. You need someone to go back down the hill to get some more
Yeah.
water," as he casually poured it onto the floor.
Yeah. So what are
That
the
type of-
what are the position and
Position is risky. Yeah, this is a risky
Risky.
situation, but it'll
Yep.
be. We'll give it standard. You may. I mean, he's not used to having cakes flung at him.
I mean, Monty and Andrew are perfectly matched in this case. I think they want to go to this cheese rolling thing they've heard about in across the seas. Oh no!
There's a 4. So a 4 will give us. I think it's 1, 2, 3. So anyway, it's a success. We'll give you a couple of sides here. I think actually we'll give him 1, and then
Good save. Fuck me.
yeah, not so much. It hits because it's a 4, and it's you can see that he moved rapidly, but it has sullied the side of that very fine mustache that he has worked so hard on. And you realize that it is a real mustache that he has affected for some reason.
He grew that very quickly.
Yeah. I can't remember if he was wearing. Actually, no, because he wasn't inside, was he? When he came into your building, that you noticed. You would have noticed that type of handlebar mustache. So this is fake, and it knocks it off. Very good, Pietro. That is good.
But at the very least, if she does happen to not make it out of this alive, she's not giving him the satisfaction he wants.
Really? Okay. The last but not least, Ruby.
Okay, so the so everything kicks off, and whilst Andrea is throwing unlit cakes at Cosimo.
I know.
Amateurs, I'm telling you, amateurs. Ruby's going to sneak round the back of where Cosimo is.
Okay. And?
Well, she's going to do her skulking first.
Okay, let's do that.
Should we? So the skulking. This is just to see if she gets noticed. So is it risky? Is it controlled? Desperate?
Oh,
forged?
it's desperate.
Desperate. Okay, so she gets an XP more.
And I will say from the throwing cake and everything else that you do a standard effect instead of limited.
Okay.
You can see that
And she's
Isabella
gonna put
Labella.
2 stress
Go ahead.
into it. So
Very
she gets
good.
an extra point. Because when my GM gave me this character sheet, he didn't actually put any points in anything that makes any bloody sense.
Aw.
Well, it's a success with a complication, but it's a success
It
nonetheless.
is.
Right, so
It is.
as long as, so she thinks, and I know normally you tell me what the outcome is, but she thinks that she's now in a prime position to be able to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what she wants to do is she's going to try and stab him in the neck.
Gotcha. The 4 is he doesn't see you because you're successful. However, the guard on that side of the room that came in does, and will, before you can attempt your action, will fire his pistol at you, aiming center mass. You may make an action to avoid that, which will be a massive puncture wound, instead of the happy action you were planning. So what would you like to do to try and avoid the repercussion of the 4?
Right.
I have to say, these guys are rolling worse than we do.
Yeah, pretty much.
We obviously had all our luck last week.
That was pretty darn cool.
Okay, so what she's going to do is she's going to use a special permission. No, she's not.
Oh.
No, she's not. No, she's not. Right, what she's going to do is she sees that the guard's weapon turns to her. She sees that it's straight on in. She braces herself. She goes to push forward, and at the last second, she basically slides on the floor to basically take his feet out.
That's your plan is to still try and get something done on Cosimo.
No,
And
not on
avoid the
Cosimo.
shot.
On the guard.
On the guard.
On the guard.
Okay.
On the guy that's trying to shoot her. So basically, she goes towards Cosimo. She clocks the guard. The guard swings his
Aiming.
pistol round, centre mass. She goes shit. She presses
Shoot.
her luck for an extra before he goes to press the, and then just at the
Yep.
very last second, she goes for it. So
Good.
yeah, so that's what
Let's
she's
see what
gonna
happens.
do.
So the two conflicting bits of fiction are the balloon of blood in the center of your chest, or the sliding under the
So
bullet.
is it
and
risky or
do
desperate?
that.
I would say it's desperate.
I think this is desperate. It's desperate, and I think this
Standard.
would be a standard effect. Oh,
And I'll spend another 2 points to get an extra dice.
oh, look at that! There's a 6 we needed, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So the fiction spins the way that you told it. You duck and slide under the boom that goes off. You see the bullet, well, you don't see the bullet, but you know that it would have hit you. You slide, you hit the guy's feet, and he tumbles to the side.
Okay.
Okay.
Next turn.
Next person that I'm going to do is Isabella, and she is going to. She has a. Let's see if we've got this.
She has a swarm of bees hidden up her skirts that her fiance gave her.
Yeah,
There's
she
a
has a
bear.
single-shot
There's a bear
pistol.
hidden up there.
yeah.
Single shot
Just
pair.
yes. So, pow goes her single shot pistol, and she is viewing this with survey from where she has stood back and watched the entire event. She is attempting not to hit Cosimo so much as cause him to have to move or react. She is also going for a distraction move. She will spend 2 stress for an extra die, and she will. When I click on this,
Ah, that's a definite fail.
s-
Come on.
cancel survey. Nope. I want to click. It's going to be risky. Standard. Get a bonus dice. And submit. And I actually get to roll for one of the first times in the entire game. But sadly, I can't see it because it's hidden behind everything that's going on. So I don't know what's happened.
We can't see it either.
Wow. Something.
There you go. You
There
got
we
4
go.
and a 2.
All right, so she's going to put 1 on his distracted. And then and then she is going to scamper towards the window as well. Okay.
Did I not put anything on his distracted?
I
mean, I know
you
I
went
rolled-
for his
I rolled
taunt
crappily.
anger. I thought you went for his taunt anger and gave him 1 on that.
I
Is that
thought
correct?
I was going to distract.
Yeah, he had.
I went for taunt and anger.
Yeah.
Okay. You put it on anger? Okay, so yeah, we'll put on another distract. That's perfectly fine. I will. Oh, not random.
hello.
No, we'll keep those.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
No,
you
the
put it-
viewers have seen it now. You
No,
can't. No,
you
take
put it
back
now.
seats.
Chat, talkie bickies.
Yeah. Okay. So we have two guards.
Oh, no,
Well,
hang
we
on,
have one
okay.
guard standing.
Oh no! Oh, he's playing on. I thought that would have been a foul.
Anyway, we
No,
we
that's
are
out.
pausing
Come.
during this game fairly often as
Sorry.
necessary because England is doing a great job, hopefully, of defending the
they're not.
nation's name. Oh, they're not. Okay. Anyway, come on, England. And I say that in the same downhearted, come on, England, that I hear all of you guys use when you, I don't know why. Okay, here we go. The first guard who shot your guard,
Yeah.
Rose, has a second pistol out, and he shoots that guard again. So give me a simple luck roll to see if this hits. One, two, three. It does. Okay, sorry. That's Yep. He the guard now goes down.
Okay.
The guard who had his feet swept does a kip up and points his other pistol towards where Rose has moved. Is that correct?
No.
And
there's nobody called
nope,
Rose
no.
in the room.
I'm sorry, I keep saying that. Ruby, and boom, fires at Ruby. This time, it would be a face shot.
Okay.
So tell me what you do. He gets you get a minus die because no, I'm not going to do that because he did have to jump up. I was going to say he's so dang close that he just gets an extra die. I'm not going to do that because he did have to get up from what you did. So I'm not going to give him an extra die, but he is really close. He can almost put the pistol to your head.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is, okay, luck of the draw. Let's see who wins. Because we're that close, I can't really do much, apart from the fact that I'm going to get my dagger that I was holding to stab into Cosimo's neck.
Yep.
And I'm going to plough it straight into the guy's genitals and straight up.
Okay. You can also feel the throb in your gut as the small creature inside of you responds to the stress. You're pregnant. Okay, make your roll. And by the way, Letta, you have a dot in Knackery.
I do.
Just so you remember that. Because of the constant messing with the lines of life and death and reanimation almost. There's something there that has, you've touched enough weird because you are weird a little bit that that's what's brushed off on you.
Well, at the moment, I'm running back to the building with the.
Yes, you are. Okay.
So where are we now?
You are mounting the stairs.
Up the stairs.
You are mounting the stairs. You got 2 floors to go, but you'll be there fairly rapidly. Okay. So we're back to Ruby, who is determining her stab or something else.
Yeah, so she's still going to stab him, but she looks up at him and she goes, she's going to try and sway him with some persuasive words, while she connivingly then stabs up.
What do you say that is so charming and that it gives him pause while you do the quick stab? Or do you just do
Okay.
something physical?
If you're under 18, please close your ears. She says, oh, the last time I was on my knees with something up against my face, I was sucking on it. Wouldn't you like that now? And then up with the knife.
Go for it. Go with that. Go with that. Let's see what happens. See if he pauses or if he just goes, what? And pulls the trigger.
Risky. And I missed the
It
bloody
is,
goal. I missed the freaking
another
goal.
goal.
It's 2-1 to England. Oh my God. Okay.
Yay,
Risky or desperate?
England!
Risky or desperate?
Risky. No, desperate.
Yeah.
Desperate.
Or was it disallowed?
I'm just
Oh,
there's
it's
no pause.
disallowed.
Everybody pause for a
Offside.
second to see it.
no.
What?
Who scored
Loud.
it? Saka
disallowed.
again? He's not having much luck. He scored 3 goals in this tournament so far. 2 have been disallowed.
He's taking him off.
jeez.
So,
Oh,
Jesus.
no.
Right, okay.
So we're still tied?
desperate, yeah, it's still 1-1.
he's taking
It's
Saka
desperate,
off.
but it'll be
Yeah.
a standard effect.
Standard effect. Okay. And... Okay. Ooh! And Mockland's trained her very well in the art of flaming wings.
Wow.
So yeah, so she says that, and she says it with such charm and poise on her face, with that hunger of somebody who really wants to. And then she gets this knife and she literally just straight
Wow.
up through the genitals and what have you. And then as she pulls it out, she basically goes through the artery at the top of the leg, and then she grabs hold of the pistol, and then just very gently takes it out of the guy's hand, and then she stands up, and then these blue, light blue, fiery wings come out from her arse, and then just give a gentle shudder. And
My word.
and the animal within seems to be very sedated by what's just happened.
This the guard is shocked all the way, even as he falls to his knees, wondering why his knees went suddenly weak, and topples to the side and dies. Never saw it coming.
Ruby says,
Amazing,
"I have this effect
amazing
on some
move. Amazing move.
men." Okay, for those that
Now-
are under 18, you can now listen again.
The downside of all this is that was the response to the attack, correct?
Yeah.
The next attack will not give you that type of satisfaction, because simply flicking his the tip of his rapier as he's even looking down the table at other people, Cosimo will simply reach across and open the artery in your neck tidily, just with probably just a half inch of the tip of his rapier, as he gets ready to move further down the table and deal with other people. You're going to take a -1 die to try and beat this.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Not a problem at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to so describe again. So he's basically looking down, but he knows where I am. So his
Oh yeah. You know,
Okay.
he saw this sort of go over here. He just flicks his wrist.
okay.
And
So I'm going to use
mhm.
sway again, and I'm going to say, Cosimo, you haven't even had the decency to look at my steel. Come on. Glance.
So I'm gonna give you. Oh, okay.
Does he glance?
I give you. No, he
because
does not.
my
There will be
dagger
limited
is
effect.
actually a frightening weapon that strikes fear into the hearts
Oh.
of my enemies.
Wonderful. So he. Bottom line, this is limited effect. He sees you there. He has dismissed you, and is really just killing you as he moves off to deal with the others.
Okay.
So you have the -1 die because he's a badass, and you've got a minus die. Well, you've got a limited effect because Sway is just not doing anything to him because he is a heartless bastard.
Okay. So
And,
is it
you know,
risky
it is what it
control,
is.
desperate? It's desperate
Oh,
again,
it's desperate. It's desperate.
yeah? Okay. And I'm going to use my luck charm because I can see where this is going to go.
I'm sorry, you broke up again?
I'm using my luck charm.
Yes.
Okay, so what does that do? That brings the
Come on, guys. Let's put Cosimo down as the paramours. Come on.
You need to
Yep.
keep track of this. So he's frightened because of my weapon. Okay.
Nope, he's not looking at it. He's just flicking it.
Well, it's there anyway. It just
Very
doesn't say
good.
that he's got to look at it. It says your weapon
Okay,
strikes
fair enough.
fear into the hearts of your enemies. I can describe it if you want, but it's quite gruesome and grotesque.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll give you a die back. That's fair
Right.
enough.
So, and then I've got the lucky charm, which I think gives us a die.
Yep, we'll do that.
So I'm -1 die. I'm up
+2.
normal, and now I'm
Yep.
At 1 extra.
Let's do it.
Limited effect, and I'm going to take 2 points of stress, so that puts me at +2.
Now, have you moved this? Have you moved this to limited effect or to
Yeah,
standard? I
limited
didn't see
effect.
that.
No, limited effect.
Okay.
Desperate limited,
Okay,
and I got the 6. So
you got the
I
6.
missed the attack, and can I riposte and slide my knife down to his hand?
I'm going to say that the limited effect is that you don't get a riposte. You do completely avoid any problem, and you can regain all your balance and be ready to move.
That's
And
fine.
you do
And
feel.
surely she distracts him massively
Yeah.
because
You know
It
what?
was
you
a
know,
6, so it was
he's
a
now
hard success.
concentrating on her.
He dismissed me, and now he can't because he failed.
There,
Yeah,
I give you a pizza pie slice and
Okay.
distract.
for a
I've been
6.
beaten to death by my
For a
mean
6.
players.
Hey, I've just saved
Okay.
my own skin here, so
Is he
I'm not going to
taking
push
an
that.
Okay.
Has he taken an injury? I hope he's taken an injury.
No, he is not. Jorah,
Oh, come on.
No.
he is right.
He should have a
he is
bruise
really-
at the very least.
Yep. He's really close to you, and the his right hand, which flicked out with the rapier, to just easily dispatch Ruby, which didn't work out quite as it could have, as she maneuvered away.
Oh, nice.
The left hand
Oh,
has a pistol that bangs off at you, and he's slightly off mark because of the distraction, and instead of hitting you in the chest, it will hit you in the abdomen.
Okay, Jorah's going to roll out of the way.
Okay. Boom. Make that roll. It is desperate. And it is, but it'll be standard effect. Let's do that. Standard effect. Boom, boom. Let's go.
And he's going to put some stress into this to get out of the way.
Perfect.
So it's, sorry, what is it? It's desperate
Desperate and standard.
and standard. And an extra die from pushing it. Okay. Let's see them ones.
There you go, 5.
There's the 5 you needed. There's the 5 you needed. You shoulder roll right out of that way. I will say that the only problem with the 5
And
is
it's a goal. And it's a goal.
Is it?
And it's a goal to England.
Oh my god, what time have you got?
England.
I'm on 89.96. What's going on?
89 minutes. Hang on.
Watkins
I haven't got it.
Is it there?
I haven't seen it come up yet.
No, I've not seen a goal.
Anna's just said
the
that they
happiest
scored.
cat.
I just saw the ball go in the back of the net. It's just like, and it's a goal. And it's a goal.
I've not seen it yet.
Yeah.
I'm at 89.36.
I'm at 89.35. What are you at, Christine?
90.
Oh, so it's coming up then. Fucking hell, we're nearly a minute. I'm nearly a minute behind Anna, and we're both watching it on ITV Player.
Well,
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. Straight in front.
We're not pausing the video.
Was that
You
Bellingham?
enjoy
Yes, it was.
Enjoy the
No,
goal.
it wasn't.
Yay!
No, it wasn't Bellingham. Oh my god. Come on, guys.
It was Watkins. He's only
Watkins.
just
It was Watkins. It was the
Excellent.
replacement. It was the substitute for
I
Kane.
want a yellow card for the for the Netherlands player.
And we got 2 minutes of extra time.
Great job, England.
Oh my god, we got this. Oh my fucking god.
History,
Sorry.
history is being made, guys.
It is. We're into the finals for the first time in fucking God knows how long.
Hang on.
What,
We've
you've
still
seen it
got
since last
3
time?
minutes to go. Come on.
Nah, we can defend that ball.
All right.
Right.
So everybody, watch the defense as we're talking.
La 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 la.
But
And
I'm
we get
gonna,
those 2 minutes. Blow the whistle.
for that
Blow the whistle.
5. Yep, for that 5, I'm taking away your chance of a riposte.
Damn it.
Okay. But
But I haven't
You
had my
do-
go yet.
you have your goes. So I would like to know what you guys do.
Are we there yet?
How many guards have we got left in the room?
You have one
On
guard
either
left in
side.
the room.
And he's not now on
And there are
Kosovo's side.
people that are rushing up the stairs. You see at the top of the stairs there are 2 guards on the outside of the doors. You have probably, give me a luck roll, and that'll be how many of your team are with you. 4. Perfect. They
and-
all 4 of those are going to be firing weapons at these guards.
Well, Andrea wants
Because-
to try and she wants to try and sway the remaining guard in the room and say, "Do you know who this man is? Do you know what he will do to you? The only chance you have of surviving any into the future months is if you side with us. Otherwise, he will kill you as soon as he's done with you. Do you know what happened to the rest of his gang and everybody else he's associated with? They ended up dead. If you don't want that to happen to you, or this person over there that is now on the floor, join us and help us get out of this. Otherwise, he will kill you as if you were nothing. Because to him, you are nothing."
And Cosimo, in a ridiculously cold voice, says, "Yes, I will kill you if you move away from me at all. And I'll give you a -1 die because he's pushing that. But go ahead."
We're hopefully trying to taunt and anger Cosmo a little bit as well, but
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, okay. Let's see what happens.
try and frustrate him.
Absolutely.
Sway. Risky.
Yeah. It's risky.
Start.
Yeah, let's do standard.
Thunder
'Cause
with a
I'm taking
minus
it-
1, I guess.
Yeah, because a -1, I'm not gonna.
I'll use the lady's favor to get the -1 off.
Ooh, good.
Ooh.
Well done.
Oh,
There it
okay.
is. You see him waver, and he looks at you, and he's taking it in, and he moves and turns his weapon towards Cosimo, who does that same subtle flick of the wrist and kills the guard.
That's it. It's
Right.
over.
You have not only won the soccer match, the football game match, whatever. Well done. How awesome. And think about that. This weekend, right? Finals?
Sunday.
Yeah. Against Spain,
Man,
who
that's
have been
gonna be-
frigging on fire this tournament. The shit that they come out with sometimes is unbelievable. It was only 3 frigging matches ago they were shouting for Southgate's head.
Oh yeah, they're ready to get rid of Garrett Southgate. This guy's the worst ever.
The only thing I'm going to say is the ref has obviously got a broken watch though, because there was 2 minutes of extra time, and
we're
yet
still
the match
playing.
went on to 95 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's got
Fair
a broken
enough.
watch.
Man, that's
Okay.
friggin' awesome. Right.
So let us, if you don't mind, we celebrate as much as you want. I don't mind. You guys tell me what you want to do, but I
wanna
am
kill
You want to
pretty
kill
happy.
Cosimo.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
We've been
Everyone
leading
else
up
is
to
not-
this all night, so let's kill
Come on.
Cosimo.
Well, I got him to kill one of his own guards. I mean, that's something.
Bang.
Well, that's
He
he's
puts-
now on his own for some, so that's fair.
Oh, he is completely
Okay.
on his own.
Right, so
That's not a normal thing for Cosimo. He usually, I mean, he moves by himself sometimes when he's being subtle, but he always stacks the board in his favor.
right.
And he is not.
Does
this
it have
is
any
not
effect
perfect
on his
for him.
pies? The fact that he had to kill one of
You
his
know what?
own.
Let me
Go on.
let me do this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna
It wasn't a 6 though, so maybe. Yeah.
no, but you know what? I'm gonna bump up his anger, scare, taunt. He is discombobulated by the fact that he
You're trying to
thought
frustrate him.
he was coming into this room with all these wimpy paramours of and he was going to ha 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 give them all sorts of Dr. Evil talk and then kill them so that he could use revenge against his foe, which, if we haven't figured that out, is largely Pietro at this point.
Yeah.
So he was
I'll take
very much hoping, and when Lita went out the window, that was not what he had hoped for. And I had yet to describe bars on the windows, so I screwed up. But that's okay, because it worked out just fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
bars on the window, and Jura would not have stayed.
No, he would have
no.
immediately twigged. He would have twigged on that. All
Yeah,
you guys.
so bars on the window would have been
Now-
a bad move.
So I played this a little bit and I know we're getting towards later in this. This is not the heroes. These are those that might be slightly pulled astray. And so I put you in a desperate situation to give you an opportunity to do something amazing, which will your paramours will be shocked if you pull this off. Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Foxes. Coming up
The
the
foxes,
stairs.
bang, bang, bang.
I want you to roll 4 die, Pietro.
Yeah.
And these are all luck die. Anything above a 4, 5, 6 is a hit.
Oh, sorry. That's
No, no, no,
D4.
no. 6-sided dice.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
No, no, no.
There we go.
Okay.
2 4s, yeah.
Boom, bang. 2 of them are hit, and I'm going to say that they are on disparate guards, and the 2 guards are hit and wounded. They are going to fire back, and we're just going to give a couple of luck die. We're going to say 2d6, and then I can't. What the heck?
3s.
Okay. And so both of the guards miss on their return shots. And I'm going to give you another set of shots for your folks as they're rushing up the stairs. And this will be the last. That's fine. They don't have to draw their daggers and swords. Their shots go true. The guards' shots missed, and the guards are down.
Okay.
The doors,
flinging
as they
open the door.
push against them, appear barred from the inside.
When did they
So they're
bar
going to
the
have
door?
well, they shut the door, bar the door, lock the door, whatever. They've
Possibly, yeah.
made it where you're going to have to crash the door next round. But
Okay.
you have put
So the people inside the room can hear what's going on, and we can hear.
including Cosimo, and I will do
going on.
this because of your. I'm going to do this. Oh, look at that.
Mm.
Cosimo is now feeling the heat a little bit. He still feels in control. The guy is so damn dangerous. He feels in control, but the heat's coming up. All right. We did yours. Who else have we done?
No one. I was first, I think.
We
I
did.
think
We,
so.
did we did my distraction of the guard.
Did you in this round?
Was that this round?
Okay.
I
Was
thought
that the
that was
end?
last
I don't know.
I think it was last round. I think we have 3. I think we have 3 we have 4 actions because Isabella Labella is going to go out the window, but we have 3 actions. Let us see those actions. Let us go to. We're not going to go to Ruby. We're going to go first to Andrea, who is throwing cake and has seen. I mean, you've seen some violence in your time because of when the house fell. You saw some violence. You received violence in a horrible way all during your time at the farm. You're not barfing or something because people have been shot and maimed. You are still focused on survival. Andrea is a survivor.
I think partly because of this man.
She is a survivor. She's been through how much as a. I mean, her brother, the house she was in, just everything. She is a survivor. She's going to find a way to survive. What does she do?
This is a good question. She is Cosmo. Where is who's between? Who's nearest the door? Is Cosmo nearest the door?
Yeah, he's pretty near the door. He's got Ruby next to him. He's got Jorah near him. And you're a little further away down the table where you were throwing the cakes his direction. If you can imagine the picture that we have in front of us, if there was a table running down the middle of that room where everything was set, that's sort of what it looks like.
She's gonna. If she's got the table between her and Cosimo,
She does.
she's gonna grab the. She's gonna basically go for the pistol she's got hidden
Nice.
and go for a knee shot basically under the table, so out of his eye line.
Very good.
She's gonna be quite near the table edge so that to reduce visible movement.
I would say that this is going to go against his defense unless you make it in some way that will make it something else.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out how I can get it to not anger him.
Why don't we maybe use it as a misdirect?
Yeah, she'll fire at the ground by his feet.
I'm just thinking we've
Okay.
got 3 squares left.
That's fine.
And we've got
Okay. Yep.
2 other people to go.
And try and make him so that he doesn't expect the shot, and it's more like, where did that come from?
Okay. Very good. You're going for the distract.
But she's not really
Let's make the shot.
she's not so concerned about the aim as long as it's in the vicinity.
Yeah.
That's
you shoot
perfect.
him at least, because he won't be
If you
expecting
can.
it.
Oh, yeah, I'll go. If it hits a foot, perfect.
Yeah.
And so you're going to make the shot. Number
Mhm.
1, you take a die off because the guy's a badass.
Yeah.
And then you go from there.
Risky.
This is risky.
Yep.
It's not desperate, and it'll have the standard effect of taking down what we can of the pie.
I think she's gonna take some stress.
Brilliant.
She wants this guy down.
Does she want an extra die, or does she want to go to great effect?
Extra die, I think. Or she'll
Both.
she'll negate the -1.
Okay, perfect.
Oh no.
Brutal.
Well,
Brutal. Okay,
the shot went
so
off.
the shot goes off. It does not do anything that you had hoped for. You were shooting a little high. It goes between his legs and strikes directly in the gap in the door that's being pushed upon, and hits one of the troops that's outside that's trying to open the door.
Yeah. It was Cosmo.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Roll me a luck die, Pietro. Not Pietro. I am so sorry. Letta. Just want to see what this does. I really was sort of wanted one die.
I don't know why it did 2.
I'm not.
Because she obviously
so,
has 2
so
for her
You take
this-
the
pocket.
lowest
actually-
of the 2 dice, so it was a 3.
That's what it says.
Yeah.
it says lowest of 2.
Yeah, take the lowest of the 2 dice.
Oh, because she's only
I-
got. Oh, I have no idea. I just clicked the fortune button.
Yeah, it says take the lowest of the 2 dice.
Just tell you what, Pietro, ignore that. Roll me 1d6.
That's a 4.
Okay. So he takes a wound, but he is still up. Okay. Below the 3 and below, he would have dropped. So I
Okay.
wanted to see if this one of the 4 that you've got is able to still be pushing on the door, etc.
But is
Okay.
Cosimo distracted by that? Because a shot came out
Nope.
from somewhere where he wasn't expecting? Right, okay.
Nope.
Jura.
Not when your rolling was rolled.
2
Jura,
twos.
you're next to this guy. I will say, Jura, I know we're late. You guys tell me when to stop. I will just play because this is so cool. Tell me how Jura feels about this room of young women who he is suddenly feeling protective of the entire group.
Oh yeah,
And-
he's enraged. He's really angry at this guy.
Okay,
He's heard of what the guy has done to Sasha and to her friends,
Yep.
and he's seeing evidence of it in front of him, and basically he wants this guy down. He wants him dead. He wants him to be basically lying in a pool of his own guts.
wonderful. What do you do?
He basically rolls he's rolled out of the way of the shot that was aimed at him,
Yes.
but he's actually rolled towards Cosimo, and he is basically
Very
going to
good.
try and take his rapier and shove it up into his bowel and upwards.
Very good. So which of the clocks do you think this is going towards? Just for my edification.
Ooh. Yeah.
Are you still in a distraction?
Yeah. Yeah.
Knowing that he's going to jump away, but you're still trying to get him completely off balance?
Yeah, no, I think I'm still going with the distraction. I'm trying to stop him from attacking the girls.
'Kay.
So basically, yeah.
Awesome.
I want his
Got it.
attention on me.
God,
Is,
two
is-
sixes. Two sixes.
Perfect.
Come on,
So
Jura.
you're really thinking you're trying to distract him from the young ladies
Yep.
as you make this move, knowing he is so fast and so trained, and knowing the position you're putting yourself in, rolling towards him on the ground. Very good. This is desperate. This will be a standard effect.
Okay.
Oh, and -1 die because he's a badass.
I'm pushing stress, so I'm going to take that dice back again. So
Very good.
Stuff you.
Let's see this.
Let's see if he can get something. So this is desperate.
It is desperate.
Okay.
It is
Standard effect.
now. Yep. Come on now.
Okay.
Come on, Jura.
A 6 and a 5.
Okay, that fills this up.
Yes.
So we are suddenly full. Who is left this round?
Me.
Guess what? This resets next round.
I know. So I see Jura go to try and disembowel him.
Oh,
And oh my god, if Cosimo wasn't
No.
that good.
Cosimo leaps back from the sweep.
Yeah.
He's not disemboweled,
I
but
I
he is
see.
complete-
Yeah, so I see
He's
what Jura's
focused.
setting up. I anticipate that that where Cosimo's going to go because of the distract, and my
Oh, yeah.
and my knife is there ready, and I just go poof straight through the archery, straight through his windpipe, and straight through the other archery on the other side.
Very good. Make a roll.
And I'm going to
Subtract
take
1
some
because
stress.
he's a badass.
I'm
Stress.
using stress.
Subtract 1. He's a badass.
He's off balance. He's distracted. He hasn't got a subtract 1.
Oh yeah, he does.
No, he is. He
so
is
damn
distracted.
good.
No, he's
He's
distracted. Come
distracted.
This will hit. This will hit
on. Okay.
if you make it. But he's still a badass.
Okay. Which case?
So you push stress to push it.
So
you did.
basically, I'm at normal, and I'm going to use sway, and I'm just going to sexily.
Hey, you went quiet. You went quiet. You went quiet.
I'm going to use sway because I'm going to, whilst he jumps back, I say, I think you forgot about little old me.
I've been giving every time sway goes to this guy, I'm giving limited effect. I'm not going to stop now.
Yeah, no,
So
that's fine.
you can burn stress to beat the limited effect if you so choose.
No, limited effect.
Okay,
I mean, you
let's
said
do
it's
it.
going to hit, so you know.
If it hits, it hits. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. I don't get any bonus die because I've used my stress to.
Can she have some
Actually-
spare influence that we had from the coterie
No,
to increase
Thank
her
you.
dice?
No.
Oh, come on.
Thank you.
Ah,
Look, that cat is ridiculous.
Resist the complication
Pietro.
for you or your coterie related to talking your way out or running from trouble. I can't really
You're
use
not.
that,
There's no
can I?
complicate. No, you may not. Make this roll. Come on.
Okay.
It's limited effect. You see what's going to happen. 4. Okay. You cut the guy. You do. You cut him. He's bleeding. This is not something that Cosimo is used to doing. And what I will do,
Elf.
well, yeah. I'm moving up his taunt, anger, scare by 2 slots. Because he's not used to anyone doing that to him. Ever. Aside from his trainers back in the academy, who would cut him all the time.
Does he wish to look
I
at
think-
my dagger now?
Nope.
Are you
But-
sure?
Look at what you've done to his taunt anger. He's in a bad situation. And at this point, the doors burst open behind him.
Are you sure he doesn't want to look at the dagger when it comes out?
Give me a luck roll. That's fair. 1, 2, 3, he looks. Dang, not so much. Okay. He's not scared by it, but he has gone up, 2 pie pieces from being cut by a barmaid. Cut by a barmaid.
This is not just any barmaid. This
No.
is an M&S barmaid.
No, this is more
Yeah,
than
yeah.
that. This is a
Yeah.
barmaid
Yeah.
with a dagger
Okay.
that's got a very particular design which Cosimo would recognise straight away if he was
Okay.
to look.
So the door bursts open, and I'm going to give Cosimo his turn, and
Okay.
then we will move in for the massive attack that I assume is going to happen. Cosimo flicks his rapier rapidly. It's just such a gentle maneuver that is to take the life of Ruby. It's just gonna once again just nick exactly where it needs to be in
Okay.
such a not gauche way. It's such a Pietro, if he was watching, would go, that is a freaking gentlemanly way to kill somebody. Just a gentle flick of the rapier across the neck, and they're going to go, oh, fall on their knees and go out. It's a gorgeous maneuver. At the same time, his other hand has a pistol in it that is going to pow off at Captain Jorah.
It's a double-barreled. It's a double-barreled pistol.
Of course it is.
Because he hasn't loaded it.
Of course it is. Yeah. Well, actually, he dropped a pistol and pulled a second.
Yeah, and this is an Audi special, so they come preloaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Damn
Yeah,
straight.
you said
If
when
you don't
when
have, if
came
it's not,
in-
if it's not ready to shoot,
Yeah.
then why carry it?
I
Okay.
could have sworn you said when he came in the room that he wasn't armed.
No, no, I did not.
Yeah, you did
If
actually.
I did,
I think you did. I think if we rewind this, I think you
He said he hadn't. He said he didn't have a sword over his shoulder.
I did say
Oh.
that. He didn't have a short. I did
Okay.
say that. I did say that. I did. I promise you, I said that, because the picture
has this guy walking in the room with his sword over his shoulder. I was like,
Yeah.
no, no, that's not the
Okay.
case.
Ah,
This
A little suspect.
I wanted the players to go, oh my God, it's Cosimo with their paramours. Oh no.
Okay.
I didn't want the player the actual characters to go, oh, there's a guy walking with a sword in the room. I wanted the players to go, crap, but the characters to go, oh, here's the wedding planner. So that was what I was trying to get at with a failure, but so be it.
fair enough. Sorry.
Okay.
Apologies.
No. Fair enough.
Do your
Go.
thing.
Let's do it. So
Okay,
we
can
see
I
the
avoid
flick.
this?
Absolutely, you can avoid this. That's your job at this
Armor.
point.
You can use armor. If you've not
Save
used
the
it already.
baby. Do what you need to do.
See, I'm intrigued that my Ruby's attack hit, and it went through the archery in the neck.
No,
but
it did not. It did
it
not.
didn't. Oh, right, okay. Because
No.
you said it was going to hit, and it did hit.
Did hit, but I mean, come on, you're not killing him with that shot without one of the clocks full.
Well, it was.
So
He was distracted.
It was full.
no, it
Yeah,
wasn't
come
time.
on. But okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. So she's going to anticipate that he's going to try and have a go. So she's going to try and move out the way.
Okay,
Desperate.
make a roll. It is, but at least standard effect. You can avoid this. You can avoid the flick if you beat this.
Yeah. Okay.
Remember, subtract a die because it's badass. And let's see what you can put on the table of the polyhedron gods that determine your fate.
And I say, come on, Cosimo, you're starting to telegraph everything.
And then, and for everyone who was watching, he goes, "Come on, Cosimo." Bah, bah, bah.
I say,
Yeah.
come on, Cosimo, you're starting to telegraph your moves. Even
Okay.
my...
Anyway,
You said
you,
okay.
you avoid the shot. Now 4 is going to leave you with no riposte.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Now let us move to Jorah, who is facing the pistol. That this is what Cosimo is focused on. He doesn't care. Ruby is, as she's moving around, I mean, she did kill a guy next to him. But he sees the prime problem set, because he is a calculating dude, is Captain Jorah. And so this shot, he doesn't aim at the, he's not trying to disarm you. He's not trying to hit you in the head. He just goes center mass. He is going to try and plow you with this shot. Boom. That cat is freaking me out the way his face is going when I say that.
So it should. So
Boom.
it should.
Yeah.
Okay. He's diving out of the way again.
Very good.
He is going to push it again for stress.
If you roll me a decent success, you might get a riposte. But right now, you're plowing away from the shot, away from Cosimo. You see the door behind him is shuddering and pushing open and there seem to be some people behind him that you hadn't seen before. Okay,
Okay.
go ahead.
So it's desperate. It's standard.
Oh, it's desperate. It's desperate. This
Is it
guy is
standard?
about to blast you right in center mass.
Is it standard?
Boom. Yeah.
Okay.
What are you going to do as far as stress and everything
I
else?
love a
Anything?
forceful
Anything?
pussy.
I said I'm spending stress to get out of this.
Okay. Not great, but
Nope,
you
it's-
shoulder roll out of the way again as the shot is coming at you, screams across your shoulder. You can feel a little tear in your skin and probably a little, but you're fine. You move across and you move to a knee. That sadly, from the 4, you're not going to riposte.
Don't think so.
Okay. Very good. Isabella Labella goes to him and goes right out the window down the ribbon. Whether you judge her or not later on her choice, it is still a choice to live against a fairly brutal creature. And what I will do, so you don't hate her for her maneuver, is I will say that his anger, whatever, goes up by 1 spot. Okay? Rest of you.
Well, now we're just
I think he should go
mildly
up by 2 spots,
irritated
'cause
at
he's now
her.
lost. He's now lost 2 of his targets.
Mm.
He has. 2
and-
targets gone. And honestly, the most important target for him left first.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So
and-
the foxes open fire on him.
Oh, yeah, they do. Roll me 4 luck.
Can Andrea do
rolls.
something first? She wants to try and do some-
Yes, absolutely.
she wants a quick flashback,
Oh, I love it.
and she wants to have discussed with Pietro about converting
Andrea?
a. Yes,
Okay.
because when they were talking about when they were in the room and she was getting help from when they were discussing with Mocklin and and Sasha, and then they also spoke with Pietro afterwards and said, "Can we?" Or Monty will have gone. Can you basically made a little perfume bottle, except converted it from spraying perfume to spraying the heavy black oil stuff.
Ooh.
And she's gonna get it out and give it a good old squeeze in his direction to try and spray oil at his face, and then she's gonna shout, "Wash that! Go and get some water and wash that off." In
Okay.
reference to telling her to go to the river and get more water, to try and anger
Okay.
him and taunt him again.
Okay, so it's probably more like an ink or something like
Yes, some kind of ink. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's not perfume. It's some kind of, but it's a reasonable like bottle that she would have on her. Doesn't look suspicious, but it's not. It's a defensive item.
Okay, and
She's
you're
going- and she's
knocking
going for the
down.
face.
Absolutely, you're knocking down his.
I want anger scare again. She's in reference to the water and carrying
Oh.
and going to
Very good.
go and wash,
Okay.
go and get some water and yourself and wash that off.
I think you're good to go for that. Go for it. It's it's risky and it's standard. It's not desperate.
How much stress does it take for the flashback?
2.
2. Okay, so she can't. Yeah, she's not really. She might need that last couple of stress. Standard, no bonus die.
There it is.
That's it. Unbelievable. You guys have rendered him angry and messed up enough that your next attacks will do the damage you're hoping for. This is Cosimo Rossi. That's
Now,
a 12.
Yeah.
That's a 12-part clock.
Yeah.
12-part clock.
With -1 dice on because of his expertise.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And now he's going to face a volley of fire from the foxes.
Yeah.
Bang,
Exactly.
bang, 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 bang. So give me 4.
One
Okay.
hit.
One of them grazes him, and he will take a small damage.
And
I think. Go ahead.
And Letta
That's
has
what
also
Letta
got a
does.
pistol. She's also going to shoot him.
Let's see what Letta does. Come on, Letta.
Position.
So Letta, let me pause for a second. Let me offer you something.
Mm-hmm.
Letta does have the capability to use Knackery.
Okay. Let's think.
I'm just offering that to you
Go on, burn this.
because
breath.
he has no Knackery, but you can throw
Yeah.
some stress in there, and you might be able to do something really fantastic.
Just trying to think what
Spend the
I've got to
stress.
work with here.
Is there a nice
So-
plate shard or
you've
something
got-
you could
you
lift
have-
up?
You have
Around
water
him.
close by,
Yeah.
not too
Ink
far
on
off.
his face.
You've got earth, you got air. Yeah, fire, you might be able to pull from
light.
someone
You've
as
got
far as their
dark.
life thing.
You've got death.
You know, you see. So I mean, there's some places to draw magic
You've
if
got
you
blood.
felt like going that way instead of a pistol. Just your call. I mean, I just wanted to offer that to you as a thought because of Letta's background.
Come on, Peter.
Yeah. No, she's going to go with the pistol.
Go for it.
So
Bang.
Pietro basically organised for a concealed pistol that she could have under
I
her
love
skin.
it. I love it. It's a
Uh,
double-barreled banger. Oh yeah.
Position?
The position is not desperate. It's going to be risky. There's a bunch of people around this person you're shooting at, but it is going to be a standard effect. Will do some serious damage.
Going to take some stress as well.
Oh, do it.
Use a luck charm.
Oh, I love it. Come on, let's see what happens. Oh, 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay. Wow. This is fascinating. What happens is, with all the people diving around, moving, everything else, your shot takes Cosimo Rossi in the side of the head. Cosimo tries to turn towards you, but his head doesn't get all the way around before he goes to his knees. And it just stays fixed in that direction as his torso then follows his knees to the floor. And Cosimo Rossi is no more.
Yes. Goal!
So England wins, you win, and
Yay.
this is where we will finish tonight. Is instead of having the duel with Cosimo Rossi that I was expecting, the paramours killed Cosimo Rossi. I can't wait for them to tell the actual characters in the game that they got into this situation. Oh, it was a little bit weird. And then these things happened. Oh, it was terrible. And then Cosimo Rossi was killed. I mean, seriously, how cool. And then we'll come back to also some other questions for Moon de Lavelle. But thank you for going over by 33 minutes. so that we could go ahead and put down Cosmo Rossi at long freaking last. And well
Time well
done.
spent. Time well spent.
Wow. And by the way, it wasn't your characters that did it. So
We still didn't kill him in the end.
damn it. No, I think it'll be really interesting to see how your characters react to what happened.
Oh, at least throw him out
Because-
the window.
Yeah. Anyway, yes. Let us call this a good night, and thank you so much for another. I mean, how much fun was this? Good
Oh, that's good.
grief.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty good.
I mean,
Very,
the interrogation of Moon, and we still have, by the way, your other downtime activity that was never taken care of. So
Yes, there's
we
still
need
some more
to.
questions to ask Moon as well.
Yes. So
I think the perfect downtime for all of us, which will completely relieve all of our stress, is to basically dance on Cosimo's grave.
Well, we've got to hand her over to the
Nick party.
Yeah.
we've got to hand her over to the Senora of Roses.
Ooh, very interesting. We shall see what happens. I love it. It's exciting. It is so much fun. And wow, how awesome, guys.
Okay.
So let us call it
Can
here.
I,
Good, Rob?
Yeah, I was.
Yes, please.
I was just going to say, if you could just give me a few moments. So, last week's episode went up on YouTube, and just to let everybody know, we've had a reply on YouTube. So, I just wanted to shout out at B Girl and No Zomi. Thank you very much for watching, and they said, just wanted to say I love this campaign. I've been following it since the very start. Court of Blades is one of my favourite TTRPGs, and I'm glad you're having fun with it. I'm assuming she's been watching us from the very start of this campaign.
Absolutely.
So, in which case, we do thank you. And
Great.
personally,
That's
I would.
dedication.
Yeah, that is dedication. And personally, I want to apologise about a potential video error at the start, but we'll see how that came out. And sorry about my really crap audio. But
All
until
good.
then, so next
Thank you,
week
guys.
is on,
Absolutely. Unless you guys have an issue, next week is on.
isn't it? Excellent. In that case,
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you, Anthony, for a great evening.
Thank
as always.
you.
Thank you.
I love it.
Good
I
night
love it. I
now.
love it. Love every second of it.